Bars Gold NZ here, and we are out with the Vanquish 440 for the first video. At the start you would have seen a couple images popped up of all the old British coins and NZ coins, all the predecimals, because that is the main thing I try and search for. So I've not got many because I've only been melting for about a month and a half. So if you want, you can go back and have a check, but I've only got 3 silvers, so there is a lot to explore. Surprisingly, only 1 silver NZ thruppence, and then at this spot we are here today, it's off the main street of a very historical town in New Zealand, which I won't say which one, but it has held many Queen Victoria pennies. As you see, I have that on there as well, just to differentiate from the normal British pennies. And I've found just over in that area a British half crown, and then over there yesterday I found a British shilling. So hopefully we can find some more old British silvers today. Let's get into it. Had a couple old beaver tail pull tabs, but first coin of the day is an old decimal NZ 20-cent coin. So that's a pretty nice start, not going to complain, not a brown bugger. So second coin is an old 10-cent piece, getting closer to the older stuff. Okay, I've been out here for a while already, but just got my first pre-decimal coin, just popped it out. Looks to be a New Zealand halfpenny. We'll add that to the tally, see if we can't get a year off of it. 1950 something maybe. Just give it the old pant rub. 1951. Beautiful. So that'll have King George the 6th on it. Just popped a $1 coin and a 2-cent brown bug in the same hole. Sweet. Another promising signal. Nice solid 23, 22. Just a bottle cap, typical. Just popped a rusty old 10-cent. Don't really find many of these anymore, as I usually discriminate rustier metals out, so not often I find those. Well, I must say this one is a first, and it is a surprise. Just popped an Australian Commonwealth 1921 halfpenny. Not too long ago I popped my first 1919 Commonwealth Australian penny, but now I have a halfpenny to go with it. Just popped the Australian halfpenny right there, and now just here popped an Australian 2-cent. It's probably my 6th one of them. So I thought I was popping $1. Looks completely like $1, but cleaned it off and it is $1, but not a New Zealand dollar. That's I think it said Singapore on it. A 1997 Singapore dollar. That is awesome. A few inches down, popped another $1 coin. I don't know what the spendies are at so far, but I'm sure I'll have it up on the screen. Solid 21.22 on the Vanquish, and seems to be just right in here, so we'll figure out what this one is together. Hopefully not a bottle cap. And yes, bottle cap. Typical. The only times I record is if it's a bottle cap. This one was a solid 18, popped it out, and it's an old door keyhole. That's pretty cool. Awesome. Probably about 6 inches down, I'd say. Pretty deep, but popped out this beautiful, it's only a copper nickel, but another 1965 florin. There's the young Elizabeth on the back. My other copper nickel florins are 1965 as well. So doubled up on those ones. Awesome. Only about an inch down, popped a $2 coin. Just about to leave this spot to go to the next one, and popped a $1 coin. First signal at the new spot, an old $1 coin, but we've got a lot of ground to cover here. I was not expecting this. I can't even remember what number it was giving me, but I flipped it and all I saw was a silver King George the 6th. So I think it's either a thruppence or a sixpence because it was small. Oh, that looks like a sixpence. Oh, that cleans up beautifully. Oh, This is probably one of my favorite design coins. Oh, I'm so stoked with that. 1944 silver sixpence. You are kidding. The next signal just had the sixpence just there, and it was a high, I think it was like a 20 to 25, so it was in the penny range, but 1933. So now I've got my first sixpence and my first shilling right next to each other. Oh my goodness. What a day. King George V on that one. What a beautiful coin. They're going to clean up nicely. Well, not that I clean them, just under some warm water. Solid 17 here. Found half of what looks like it used to be a ring, and it's got like a little ding there, so it might have got hit by the lawnmower or something, but it's got like a pretty copper color and one little gemstone, whether it's a gemstone or glass, who knows, in the middle there. I thought this signal sounded good, and down in there, you probably can't see, but it looks like we have our first penny of the day. Somehow we've gone all day without finding a single penny. Now this soil doesn't really preserve the pennies well, but that's for sure a penny. Whether it's New Zealand or British, hard to tell. Just trying to, I think that's British. I think that might be Britannia. Yeah, so, oh, yeah, that's a British penny. So somehow, still haven't got a New Zealand penny, but I am not complaining because the finds we have got are incredible. I will take a British penny. I love the British pennies. Don't know how old it is, can't see who's on the back or the year, but I'll give it a clean up and we'll see if we can tell what the year is in the breakdown. About 5 inches down, decently deep, just popped out part to an old silver chain or whatever. I have no idea if it's actual silver or not, but could be. I'll have to test it. About another 2 meters over, popped up another just like tiny little piece of that chain. So I don't know what happened to it, whether it got dropped and part of it might have got slaughtered by a lawnmower and just spread all the chain pieces around, who knows, but I'll keep popping these up if I find more. Just right next to the path there, and just pulled up an old 1976 50-cent coin. Sweet, first one of those for today. Dug a little bit deeper than I needed to, as sorting through the clump you can see the imprint there, but a second modern 10-cent. So this is a really good signal. I have no clue what it is, so I'll live dig it with you. Knowing me, it'll be a bottle cap, but right in there somewhere. I've been telling myself that I'll go home as soon as I find a New Zealand penny, because I can't believe the things I've been finding without finding a New Zealand penny. Oh, I think I saw it. It's just a 1 cent little brown bugger. Okay, I've moved to a spot of the park where I know I'll probably find a penny. They pop up quite often, but first coin as soon as I moved here. Another old 10-cent. Found a few of these today so far. Well, this one's a bit depressing, but oh well. Found part of a New Zealand halfpenny. At least it's the part where it will say the year. So the day just keeps getting better. About 6 inches down, popped another halfpenny, 1941. It's in decent condition too. That should clean up nicely. Sweet. I cannot seem to find a New Zealand penny, but I am not complaining because the good finds keep rolling in. Just found another old 10-cent, but it's one that says 1 shilling on the bottom. I think that's the 4th one I've ever found. Not in the best condition, but I love these things. When they first changed to decimal currencies, so people get used to the change in 1967, so that is a beautiful piece of history. I love them. Right on the edge of this little garden bed area, popped another $1. Popped my first 20-cent for the day. that got me excited as it was dirty, and just saw the silver. Always tricks me because I don't pop them often, as they also have a steel core like the 10 and 50 cent coins. So when I get a good signal and they pop out, it really does trick you. So we had a beautiful solid 21.22, and I saw the edge of it, so that's definitely a penny. Let's see if we've done it. Give it a pant rub. Pants are dirty enough anyway. Let's see. I think that's an NZ penny. See, the soil just does not agree with the copper pennies, so I'll see if I can clean it up and see what it is. Okay, after a little cleaning, I can just barely faintly see the outline of Queen Elizabeth, so that is definitely gonna be a New Zealand penny, not a British. So we've done it. I can go home. So got that penny just right there, and as I was gonna pack up my metal detector to go home, literally not even a foot away, I got a solid 28, and you know what it's like, guys, you can't not dig that. So I dug it, and it's another penny. How have we gone all day without a New Zealand penny? And I'm pretty sure that's a New Zealand because I could see the text new somewhere on there. And now I've got two in the span of a minute. How awesome. I'll have to remember the spot, come here first thing for next video. Sweet. I'll see you guys at the breakdown. Welcome to the breakdown, guys. Starting with the non-coin finds, we found that little lock cover thing, the bits of chain, and the half of ring. I always seem to find some sorts of porcelain whilst digging, and also a sinker. Usually find at least one of those. Now down to the assortment of brown buggers. Found quite a few old 10-cent pieces, a 5-cent, including the one that says 1 shilling. Super happy with that. Got the old 50 and 20. The spendies, $7.40 in spendies. Got the foreign coins here, got the 2 Australian 2-cent and that Singapore $1. Here's a better view of it. Beautiful flowers on that side. And then you got the, I'm guessing that's some sort of coat of arms of theirs, and it says Singapore. Looks like it might say Singapore in 4 different languages going around that. That is super cool. Now going on to the 2 NZ pennies and the British penny. It came up as 1936, so that has King George VI on it. And then we got the 3 half pennies. They came up pretty good in 1941, 1951 and 1962, I believe. The florin, Cupra nickel florin, 1965. Super happy with that. Always cool to find new ones of these. And one of my favourite finds of the day, the 1921 Commonwealth of Australia half penny. That one is super cool. Not in the best condition, but still decent enough to be able to read everything on it. And then onto the finds of the day, the 2 silvers. Starting with the 1944 sixpence. That is a beautiful coin. And the 1933 shilling. If I had to choose a favourite out of the 2, I do really like the sixpence design. It's probably one of my favourites, but I might have to go with the shilling because obviously it's bigger, but it's 1933, so it has the crowned King George V on the back, which I just love that crown depiction of him. It is just awesome, so that will have to be my find of the day. So that's the wrap up of all the finds for the day, and I'll see you in the next video. So before I end this video, I just want to show you guys what I do with the coins once I find them. So this is my foreign coin album. So these are all the foreign coins I've found. Most of them are Australian, couple euros, American 1 cent, and then I just added the 2 Australian 2 cents and the Singapore $1 coin into there. And then I have the other bigger ones in the back, so again Australian 20 and 50 cent coin, and then also got a UK 2 pence and a Fijian 20 cents. So those are all my foreign coins. And then with all my predecimals, I sleeve them up in these little things you can buy online. So then I put them in there, put the date on them, and then I put on the back where I found them, but I won't show you the back. And then in this binder is where I have them all, and also the ones I can't see a date on. Sometimes I can see the monarch, so I know the range of when they were in, so I put it like that. So then I've got my British pennies, I've got all my half pennies, my cupronickel predecimals, other little tokens and stuff like that, and then my silvers, or NZ silvers, and only the pretty crusty silver threepence. And with my more valuable coins, I have these sort of slabs with foam inserts. So that's where I have my 1908 British shilling, 1906 British half crown, and then also I just have a Australian Commonwealth penny 1919, because I don't really have a page for them yet, but now that I found the Australian halfpenny as well, I can probably put that with that and start a Australian predecimal page as well. So that's awesome. So now I've added all the coins in their respective spots, and now I've got 3 of the 5 New Zealand silver predecimals. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed and want more videos just like this, and I'll see you guys on the next metal detecting adventure.